Hello, Zelda Universe. Welcome back to a brand new interview. My name is Trainer Trevino, and I'm joined by a very special guest today. Hello. How are you, man?
It is I, Jacob Craner. I'm doing fantastic. I hope everyone's doing great as well.
Great. And who do you play in Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity?
Oh, the ever eccentric Robbie. Yeah.
The brain for Robbie. Cool. So, just right off the bat, like, how does it feel just to be part of the Zelda franchise as one of the English voice actors in the game?
I mean, it's definitely a check off the old bucket list for sure, because even if you weren't like a dedicated player of the franchise, it's been, on the radar in our culture as a franchise for, going on 3 decades plus, 4 decades.
35 pretty soon.
35 years. So it feels pretty gives me the butterflies every time.
For sure. I've noticed you've done a handful of other roles in the past. You're recently in Demon Souls, which is pretty new. I know you're in Fire Emblem Heroes, which is really cool. I play that a lot. And most notably, I was like, oh wait, Jacob's also the voice of Falco in Star Fox Zero: The Battle Begins.
Yeah, that was one of my first video game AAA title related gigs.
What a way to start off in the industry. One of the most recognizable, characters in Nintendo. So, how about we just roll into a couple of our questions that the wonderful Zelda fans in the world are dying to know about you.
Yeah, and wonderful questions they were. I appreciate each and every one of them.
So, I guess just the basic question that everybody just wants to know right off the bat. This is from Noriko Colors. Mm-hmm. They're asking, what is your story with The Legend of Zelda?
Sure. When I was growing up, my first gaming console was, my parents' 1995 Macintosh with, kid pics and all that stuff on that. And my first actual game console was a hand-me-down PS1, which was a ton of fun. So I remember going over to my friend's house and playing the original Legend of Zelda. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. That was, cool. Sticks with me and, with a lot of other people. But then beyond that, I started drifting more into being a Blizzard kid. So, very StarCraft heavy, very World of Warcraft heavy in my teenage years. After Zelda, I would always go over to my friend's house and watch them play, Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, but never directly played myself until I started playing Smash Brothers in high school in video game club. Link was always a go-to, but then I started playing a lot of NES because it always really pissed people off when you spammed PK Fire, and they're like, damn you!
He's too good.
Beyond Super Smash Brothers, I know some of the lore, but I didn't really play a lot of Wind Waker or Ocarina of Time. Another one I watched my friends play. But, it's never too late to pick up the controller yourself.
Very cool. So I'm guessing with that, because we have some fans asking, what's your favorite Zelda game? Do you have one in particular just from watching it? Or watching any?
I would say if I had to choose, if not for gameplay, then music and Ocarina of Time.
Fair. Yeah, that's great. All right. So I got a question that just is directly involved with the characters. So let's just jump into this one. This is from Santiago Vega. Here's a pretty generic but important question. What characters, people inspired the voice and overall character of Robbie in your mind? Also, love the performance in the game.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I'm glad to provide. Definitely Jack Black going in there.
Oh.
Specifically Jack Black in The Pick of Destiny. Because I remember when that came out, I acquired a copy of it on my computer, and I watched it every night for 2 months, and I memorized it, and can still sing a lot of the songs. I could recite the whole thing from front to back, and
that's amazing.
Just his mannerisms, Robbie's mannerisms and movements, and kind of just he's talking like this, and all of a sudden he's talking like this, kind of.
I'm surprised I didn't make that connection sooner. Those quirks really connect.
It was interesting because when I originally auditioned for the part, they gave me the callback kind of based on this kind of nerdy, more scientist type voice. But then he's oh, and he still has these kind of really goofy moments. But then when I got into the session, we tried the scene with it in that voice. And then they're hey, we want to go full rock star, full, horns up, let's rock. And they went with that one, and I'm glad they did, because I've always wanted to do a ridiculous Jack Black type thing.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
So Maram Babam is also asking a follow-up in the sense, and their question is, I have a question for Jacob. How do you feel about Robbie's sense of humor? Do you find him an interesting character to give your voice of?
Absolutely. I love his sense of humor because it's my sense of humor. Like, even when I'm just home alone, I'll just be walking around just singing songs about what I'm doing, or just like blurting shit out and then laughing to myself when no one's there. I'm very much I feel like our crazies are the same type of crazy, you know?
Like that. Much respect.
So it feels natural to play. Give him a voice, you know?
Yeah. It's like you kind of bleed that your own traits into this character and just like...
Absolutely.
You become that character.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, so this is a pretty good segue question too. Emil von Bartels is also asking, Robbie obviously has this rock and roll vibe, so I was wondering if Jacob is into that kind of music too.
Oh yeah, I'm a metalhead. Meshuggah's my favorite band, unapologetically. Oh yeah.
Respect. Really cool.
Swedish polyrhythmic metal. I do love, many types of music, but when I was in my formative years as an angry teenager, I was definitely a metal kid. Everything sucks except metal. More blast beats. Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, Marleaf is asking, what inspired you to be a voice actor? Do you have a dream role you'd love to do? This could be for any game, movie, TV show, etc.
Yeah, I loved this question. I loved all the questions, but this one was a fun one to think about.
Cool.
Well, I did have some theater background in high school. I'm not a formally trained actor in the sense that I got a college degree for it. I mostly cut my teeth in, like workshops and lessons out here and working on the job at a voiceover studio. But I guess that was the inspiration of, I came out here as a young, starry-eyed audio engineer, fresh out of a training program, and got a job at a voiceover recording studio that recorded mostly like video games and cartoons without having, any idea about the process of the whole industry. And here I am, writing down notes, watching all these legends like Steve Bloom, Kari Walgren do their thing in the booth, and it's just mesmerizing. And after a while, even if you don't have the biggest confidence enough in yourself yet, you feel the spark there, and that just says that I think I have what it takes, that maybe this is something that I can do too. Less of like I can do this, I should do this, but more of like a not sure, if it'll pan out or where it's gonna go. But I think it's something that I feel inside myself that I want to pursue.
Very, very true. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. That's awesome.
Dream roles. Video game wise, as a huge fan of StarCraft Classic, if they ever made more games in the StarCraft universe, I would love to play a ghost, like a Terran ghost.
Spooky.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool.
And all that. And then TV wise, I would love to do Cobra Commander. Curse you, G.I. Joe. That'd be a fun one to do.
That would be.
Cartoon wise.
So I have a pretty intriguing question. Hopefully you have an answer for this one. Lola Link is asking, what do you think was going through Robbie's mind during the battle at Akala Citadel?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, after I did this role, even if I couldn't, because I don't have
a Switch.
Yeah, I don't have a Switch to play it. But it's like, I'm like, who is this guy? I need to. Maybe Santa will bring me one. Who is this dude? I need to know more. The thing is with Robbie, he does come off as like very silly, but he is very astute to his work, and he's an optimist. So I think at a certain point, he could probably see the writing on the wall of what was going to happen, and what ultimately did happen to the Citadel. But I don't think he would let the sun set without at least exhausting every option and idea that was ping pong balling off of the inner walls of his crazy mind before they eventually admitted defeat or escaped her.
Yeah, it's like he juggles around every possibility, because like he's always trying to think of a solution that'll work.
Maybe that's where his like tendencies and idiosyncrasies come from, is that he's just a constant hamster wheel, just a
yeah.
Well, wait, what about this? But yes.
What about this?
I have an idea. Eureka!
Okay, so Jay Rooster is asking, Do you have a favorite champion?
Yes, I would say Rivali.
Rivali. Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
I love bird people. Maybe it's because of the Falco thing. No, I'm just kidding.
Couldn't make that connection.
I also think it's really cool how they carry their bows and their talons like that. That's really sweet design. He's just very cold and calculated.
For sure, for
He has a
sure.
heart. He has a high guard, and he's very proud. He's too cool for school, you know.
Yeah, all the bird people are super cool. Like
Yeah, the Rita.
yeah. All right, cool. So this is a question that I'm asking. Do you relate to Robbie in any way? Are you a science guy? Do you like tech stuff, all that kind of things?
I love space. I love culinary science. I love all of my favorite podcasts are, I don't know if you watch or listen to like 99% Visible, that podcast.
I've never heard of it before, no, so I wouldn't.
It's all about, like design or, like highway design or, like the future of bus systems in cities. So I'm like very intrigued about it's like the function of things and how things are designed. And I love history podcasts. So I relate to him definitely in the pursuit of knowledge just as a pastime or just
Okay, so hypothetically, if Robbie was playable, what would be his weapon?
Oh boy. Well, he would be taking down and utilizing guardians, right? Because that's kind of his, expertise. I'd like to have him invent some kind of I mean, this probably wouldn't fit in the universe, but if he could shoot lasers out of his glasses, that'd be pretty badass.
That would.
Yeah, but I don't know beyond that. What do you think?
I could picture him driving some crazy robot machine, he's piloting some kind of like mini divine beast. That he's just like, if he's in a tank or something, he's just like shooting things like, but
that'd be awesome.
But that may be too modern for the Zelda world, but it could work. To be fair, though, Link has a motorcycle in Breath of the Wild. I'm pretty sure Robbie could have a tank.
Yeah, and laser goggles. Yeah,
and laser goggles. Yep, I agree. Yep. So this is the question that everybody wants to know.
Oh, good day.
Everybody's asking. We're all dying to know about that Michael Jackson style yell in his debut cutscene. Was that originally scripted, or was that improvised or made up when you were recording for Robbie?
That was improvised. Because you know how it works is we get the cutscene and then we listen back to the Japanese to get the timing of it, and
yeah.
And on the script, it just says, "As regards a brand new thing and never before seen," and then in all caps with an exclamation point, "Guardian model." So it doesn't, give you any direction. It'd be like, yell this, sing this, blah 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 blah. Then I'm like, hey, if this guy's gonna be a rock star, I'm gonna give it my best, James Hetfield. Then there was, we needed to fill time at the end, I believe. So.
Oh yeah, to fill in time.
They were just like, try something. I was like, okay, and it just came out of my face, and that's how that went down. I wasn't specifically, thinking of Michael Jackson when I did it, but then I decided to keep it, and after the fact, I was like, oh yeah, that is pretty Michael Jackson-y, huh?
I'm pretty sure that's the scene that just like made a lot of us just like love Robbie to death, because
goody, yeah.
His personality just comes out after that. Cause he's very movie. He moves a lot. He's very He's got levels.
I believe there was a couple takes too where they had me, singing guitar riffs like.
I want to hear that so bad now.
Me too. Yeah.
Dang. We're getting pretty close to the end of this, but
right.
Is there anything you want to say to the Zelda fans that have been playing Age of Calamity?
I am so grateful. Before this, I probably had 40 followers on Twitter, and now I have over 200, and all of the love for Robbie has just been so amazing, and all those fans and gamers make up such an awesome community of folks that prove not all places in the internet are a deep dark pit of despair and anger.
Hey, fair, yeah, for sure. That's great. Where can all of the fans, if they don't know yet, where can they find you on the internet? Sure,
I am on not already following me on Twitter, at Jacob Craner on Twitter. On Instagram, I am at Double Jarviz. That's double and then JARVIZ. Never changed that one, and I think I'll keep it. So
cool.
And
Alrighty.
yeah, jacobcraner.com, and those are the 3 places. Yeah.
Cool. And yeah, we will have all of your links in the video description below, so nobody has an excuse at that point. So
Amazing.
we will have all that down there for you. And cool. Lastly, again, Jacob, just thank you again for taking the time in your busy schedule to be here with us today. It means a lot.
Of course, and you as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank
All
you
right.
for your amazing questions. This was a real treat to do.
Absolutely. Cool. And with that, guys, I guess we're going to wrap up today. So, again, thank you, Jacob, for being here with us. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks.
And be sure to leave a like and a comment below. You know the drill. Cool. Alrighty. And then we'll see you here next time. Bye, guys.
Absolutely. Happy holidays, everybody.
Be safe.
Be safe. Bye.